I spent a few weeks in Napa Valley recently and had the chance to visit and taste at some of my favorite producers. I wanted to see how their 2018 and 2019 wines that are now widely available in bottle were doing in a side-by-side tasting. Several wineries like Opus One, for example, very generously put together a much larger vintage tasting. That's always very helpful. Firstly, it allows me to see how the more mature vintages are drinking. And secondly, it allows comparisons in terms of vintage personality, given the string of great Napa vintages in the past 10 years. And here, we would have to include 2012 up to 2015 as excellent years. And in the recent years, of course, 2018 and 2019. At Opus One, I tasted a vertical of 2014 up to 2019 and found many excellent vintages. Even the challenging 2017 vintage was delicious and expressive, more open and less tightly wound than the 2015 or 2016. I have to admit that my favorite in this flight was the 2018 vintage at Opus One. The wine was harmonious, concentrated, and elegant, with a long, persistent finish. At many other wineries, such as Screaming Eagle, Colgan, Harlan, and Dominus, where I tasted the 18s and 19s in bottle, I had very different rather than consistent reactions to which vintage I preferred, and that was surprising. My preference in vintage was divided by the winery rather than an assessment of the overall vintage, because both were excellent, but very different. For example, at Opus One in Dominus, I preferred the 18. But at Screaming Eagle, Harlan, and Islay Vineyard, I preferred the 2019s. To summarize the two most recently bottled Napa wines, I would say the 18s overall are seamless, while the 19s are more textural. 2018s are polished and harmonious, while the 2019s are expressive and vibrant, more lifted, as though they possess higher acidity, but they don't. These two recent vintages have very different expressions, but both are excellent and are definitely worth seeking out.